What's up YouTubers? And today I'm going to be ranking Naruto characters. More specifically, I'm going to be ranking them from the original Naruto series. So for now we're going to be ignoring Shippuden and Boruto. So yeah guys, all these characters have appeared in the OG Naruto anime series, or Naruto Unleashed if you want to go with the English title. And to go without saying guys, I am a huge fan of Naruto. If you've seen my how I got into anime video, you should know that Naruto is actually a big part of that. And should go without saying, of course, I've watched the original front and back. You have no idea how literal that is as well. I've seen all 220 episodes. So yes, I have watched the filler. And of course, as some of you eagle-eye viewers have probably noticed, there are some characters here that do not appear in the original Naruto series, mainly within mentioning they're not mentioned, but we're not going to count that. But don't worry, we've got a special place for them in the tier list. Speaking of which, let's quickly go through the tiers. We've got S, A, B, C, and D, obvious ranking. Especially since these are the rankings that we get within the Naruto missions as well. We've got Nah for characters I just don't really care about. And finally, one I just put in, they don't appear. Now, I should go without saying, I didn't create this tier list, I found it in Tier Maker. So I do not know why this person put these characters in, but if they do not appear in the original Naruto storyline, they will go in there. And of course, before we get started, we may as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button so we don't miss out on anything. And while you're over there, go ahead and do a like no jutsu to leave this video a like. I hear if you successfully do it, you get to learn Shadow Clone Jutsu. So let's get started with the first one being Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage. Now, even though he's literally got like 1 or 2 lines, he did technically appear as a reanimation, so I guess yes, we can technically say he is in there, but we don't really get to know much other than he's the first Hokage, he knows wood style jutsu. But honestly, I don't really want to rank him at the moment, because again, we get to see more about him, we get to learn more about him within Shippuden, so at the moment I'm just going to put nah. Because yes, he is quite big, but we only know he's like really big thanks to Shippuden. Okay, so now we go to our main character, Naruto. I actually really liked Naruto as a kid. I really felt sorry for him at the start of the anime. Getting rejected for something that's not even his doing, and have to work twice as hard in order to be noticed as well. He really tried so hard as well to try and get Sasuke back. And of course, in the filler arcs, after the Sasuke rescue mission, I know a lot of people probably have ignored that, but one of the reasons I do like the fillers with Naruto is that Naruto's just not sitting on his back the entire time. He's interacting with the rest of the characters, attempting to train as well, even past Tsunade to go on missions. So that way it shows that he's just not sitting around. Yes, I know, in the manga, he actually, after the Sasuke retrieval arc, he goes on a 2 or 3 year mission with Jiraiya to train. But that's kind of why I like the filler. It doesn't go straight into that. We get some more time with extra characters, and we get to flush out Naruto's character a lot more. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in A, I say. I have more fondness with the teenage Naruto than I do with kid Naruto. It's not because he says believe it every 3 seconds.
So believe it!
But I sympathize more with the pain and all that as well. It's just that adult Naruto is more iconic than kid Naruto. My guy. I gotta say, my guy is pretty cool. I mean, he comes off as like a shinobi who can not use ninjutsu, and to teach Lee as well to use taijutsu to such a degree. And he says that he's Kakashi's rival, but do we really get to see my guy do stuff? Well, yeah, he was right. It was giving Itachi a hard time because he knew how to counter the Sharingan. But we don't get to really see much of my guy. So at the moment, I'm gonna say he's a B. I'm sure people are gonna hate him. I swear when we get to Shippuden, it'll raise up a bit more. But for now, he's a B. Kiba, I absolutely can't stand this character. He was way more likable as a child. Yes, he was like arrogant and all that, really proud of his skills and such. But after he got like beaten by Naruto, thanks to a fart of all things. I couldn't like take him seriously. Sasuke Retrieval arc, yeah, he really went into his own. He wasn't like how do I describe it? He wasn't like as full as himself. He took the mission seriously, which I kind of like. I'll say at the moment this Kiba is like a B. I want to say like higher than my guy. I don't really do this. I don't like to do this in like sort of orders. If you see my anime rank videos, you know I don't like to really do that. But at the moment, like I'm gonna say he's like a high B, higher than my guy. 10-10. 10-10 I really do feel like was really underutilized as yeah, even in Shippuden and Boruto, she's very underutilized. I have a much more connection to 10-10 though, because I used her in like Ultimate Ninja Storm, just like the fact that she like used ninja tools and all that. That was very interesting. I think it was like more the adult one that like you can like throw endless kunai knives or shuriken. I think, but I still really admired like 10-10. I do like the Rain of Steel move that she did. But going back to the anime, she got absolute curb stomped by Tamari, so I don't really get to see much of 10-10. I can't really remember much of her stories within the filler arcs as well. So this might be a case where put her into D. You know that she was done really dirty. I remember the last filler arc, which was like the Save Gara, I believe, filler arc story. She wasn't even there because she was on her own separate mission, and like during the final scenes, she had to go at like Lee saying, "Why the hell are you on this mission?" and I wasn't. Answer was she was on a different mission, but she was still very annoyed, which I can understand. Asuma. This is a case of like another character where he only gets more problems in Shippuden than in the OG series. So Asuma Saratobi, again, he gets much more screen time in Shippuden. Up until in the OG series, he comes off like this very big, amazing teacher to the Inoshika trio. So this might be a case of another nah, because it's not really. He's not really like. He doesn't really play that much of a prominent role. The only thing I can really like remember from him is the Itachi storyline. That's the only thing that can like. I think that's the only other time he's like made a prominent role outside of Shippuden, which is a pain. Because if this was a Shippuden line, he'll be definitely going up. Alright, this is the girl from the Ichiraku Ramen. I can't remember her name. Can she? It's surprising that there is some personality to her. I believe she did have like a bit of a role in a filler arc. I'm gonna say like 10-10. Make her a D, but a low D. She's not really that much of a main like leading character or even a main side character. She's more like a side character, like a supporting side character sort of thing. Like you know she'll only like make an appearance in Ichiraku Ramen. Choji. Now, much like with Kiba, I think a lot of his story comes from either filler, so we get to be more familiar with him. But then again, he did play like a prominent role in the Sasuke retrieval arc. And I say like he's become more known with like Shikamaru, like in the OG story, because he was like Shikamaru's best friend. I'm being careful with my words here because I don't want Choji to come running through my door just to know me if I used the wrong word. But the fact that he knew about Shikamaru very well, and even putting his life on the line to save Sasuke, really comes to his own. He definitely extends more within Shippuden, but in the OG, let's put him in C for now. Be very nice for other reasons as well. Well, I do like the butterfly transformation. I think that he actually did put his life on the line and actually overcome this big enemy. Deidara. Unfortunately, Deidara, you go over there because you did not appear in the OG series. You mainly made a prominent role in Shippuden. And just because I see you there, yeah, you're going in there as well. We'll be talking about you in Shippuden as well. So I think we're fine for a bit now. I just saw you in the corner of my eye. You go up there. Gaara, the first main antagonist, like major Jinchuriki antagonists in the OG series. Not like the main one, that belongs to someone else. But Gaara was definitely a prominent role or prominent antagonist within the Chunin exams. So it's been another Jinchuriki before they actually used the word Jinchuriki as well. Because we knew about he got a monster inside of him as well. I think like the word Jinchuriki was like mainly used within Shippuden anyway. But to give us more of a similarity with Naruto, like what if Naruto did go a dark path? Definitely help. He had like a really sad backstory. I really hate the fact that even his own dad pretty much want nothing to do with him. You really feel sorry for Gaara after you hear his backstory. But luckily, even the filler arcs, like I said, the final filler arc was like a Gaara retrieval, and you see him do this 180 as well, trying to take on a student, and even the student liking him at the end of it, which I do really like. I don't think he appeared outside of those two, the tuning exams and the final story. I don't think so. Yes, he has. I just remembered the Sasuke retrieval arc. He came back to help as well, which really and came to help Lee of all people. He's definitely goes. It's definitely going up there with Naruto, being a good character, showing that there is change for a lot of people, and really going out of his way to help his former Emily and hopefully future friend. Hinata, the shy, cute Hinata from the beginning. I could instantly explain the anyway, but let's have a little talk about her. She's the quiet girl that has a thing for Naruto, watching over him, watching him grow. And can we say she is adorable? I remember in the filler art, I want to say like filler, yeah. When Naruto did return to the hospital, Hinata wanted to like go and see it, and with Tsunade and her teammates like behind her. She opens the door. Naruto goes swinging upside down, doing this whole Spider-Man thing, and she goes instant red in the face. Come on, that is adorable. No, she is adorable, and come on, she went out of her way to try and beat Neji, even though it was a fail. That was a huge for her, and Naruto going into defender. Come on, we all love that. We all love that. Hinata's just totes adorable. She instantly deserves in the S rank for adorableness and no adorableness alone. I don't know why I struggled with the word alone. You can fight me if you want in the comment section below. The third Hokage. This third Hokage, I will admit, at the beginning, came across as like mysterious character with a crystal ball that can like perv on anyone. I know that's not what he did, but come on. I know a lot of people like really want to rant on the third Hokage for what we learn, for just like looking in. Like, even I have to agree, the third Hokage could do a lot better, even with his duties as the Hokage. I know I'm not going to be talking about Shippuden, but there was like a filler arc where we saw like everyone, like even younger, and he went to check on Naruto who was living alone, and it was like half the age of like the Naruto we're talking about here. And he was just like, went to check on him, leave a bit of money, and then walked off. That's just mean. Third Hokage, yes. Master of a lot of jutsus. Being able to take on Orochimaru. Died after tuning exams. But dude, you're losing points because you say everyone in the village is like a family, but when you get given Naruto, you just didn't care. Okay, you're going in C for that. Be grateful is not D. Ino, the woman who uses her beauty to get whatever she wants. Using the mind jutsu, having a rivalry with Sakura to get Sasuke, but I definitely think there could be a lot more that they could have done with her. I definitely gotta admit, when it comes to design-wise, Child Ino is definitely better than Shippuden Ino. Yeah, she did eventually learn medical ninjutsu. I'm trying to remember, like, did they do that in the... No, they did that in the filler arc. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know where to put you, Ino. You're a pain in the butt. But at least she makes an attempt to... No, I know where to put you. Because you actually attempt to, like, get along with your teammates in a certain way. They, like... But I'm gonna put you probably in D. D. Yeah, D. Because I feel like I have much more understanding of Tenten than I do with you. Girls can be quite complicated. Iruka Sensei. Naruto's basically big brother, pseudo dad, teacher, and always has thoughts about Naruto and always there for him. Come on, S tier all the way, but you cannot be Hinata. We don't really get to see Iruka much, but we definitely know he's the main effect of Naruto. I think that's why everyone will agree that Iruka Sensei definitely belongs higher up. Itachi. Itachi definitely came out as a prominent threat when he appeared. I think he only appeared like a handful of episodes between the Sasuke retrieval and the Chunin exam. but he definitely made a huge impact right at the beginning. Being able to immobilize Kakashi Sensei, finds Naruto, managed to get away from Jiraiya, and leaving behind this black flame. We didn't know much about Itachi, but he made a huge impression when we first met him. So I'm going to put him all the way up into A. Probably at the moment low A, because we don't really get to know that much about him, apart from obviously what we learned through Sasuke, that he slaughtered the entire Uchiha clan. He wants Naruto, but that's all we get to really know about him. He's a former Leaf Ninja as well. But that's all we get, a bunch of mystery. And Glenn and Shippuden, they really get to flush it out a bit more. But at the moment, low A, since in the original series, he's definitely high up there for presence alone. But information, but like a little, but that probably helps a lot. Kabuto, I really like this character. We don't really get to learn much about him personally, but what we do know about him within the storyline is done really well. First starting as a potential ally, only to slowly become a backstabber and actually be Orochimaru's assistant, and just watching him as well, doing all this stuff for Orochimaru, providing this information. You really gotta love this character. You gotta love to hate him. Again, it comes much more of a prominent role in Shippuden as well. But what we got with him as a setup, I love it. So I'm gonna say at the moment he's more. No, actually, I'm gonna put him in B, a little bit higher than my guy. No, I'm gonna put him in high B, beating Kiba as well. Because again, with his knowledge of medical ninjutsu as well, it becomes an inspiration for Tsunade when she becomes a Hokage to even study and reverse what happened to Lee. Kakashi. So much mystery around Kakashi, but what we got of him was just downright amazing. With him getting introduced as the teacher, taking on all three students while just reading a book, really showing off the fundamentals of what being a ninja is to his students, along with us, that was amazing. Then we got to the bridge arc, and he was an absolute beast, really showing off the Sharingan as well. When we eventually learned that it's a part of the Uchiha clan, and he's nowhere close to being a Uchiha, really adds mystery, like how he got that, and why is he so good with it. Teaching Sasuke the Chidori as well. And can I say, one of my favorite Naruto episodes is gotta see, gotta know Kakashi Sensei's real face. Kakashi, you can pull off some comedy roles without even trying. Definitely high E A. I definitely gotta say Kakashi definitely goes up into S rank in Shippuden. Spoilers, we'll never do that. But yeah, A rank for now. Kankuro, the puppet jutsu user. Kankuro is a character that appears alongside Gaara, but he definitely seems interesting as like a puppet user, utilizing his puppets extremely well. He fought against Shino and lost to the insects. He then used his puppets and took on one of the Sound Ninja 4 when I believe it was Kiba that he like substituted for to take on the that Sound Ninja 4 ninja. Which now I'm thinking about it, they're not even in this list. Why? And then of course, in the final arc as well, when he went out his way to try and help Gaara as well. I say like he's a good big brother, and it definitely shows that when he was a child he used his puppet jutsus to a good extreme. At the moment, I'm gonna put him in the C, just a little under Choji. Kakuzu, Itachi's partner. He's definitely on the same threat level as Itachi, but we don't really get to know that much about him as well in the original storyline. Just the fact that he's got a giant sword made of shark skin. That's all we really get to know, and in his adepts in water style. At the moment, I'm just going to put him on the same list as his rival, just a bit under him, like a B, just because of the intimidation alone. It's more due to the fact that he's partners with Itachi. You're not in the series, and you're not either. You're mentioned, but we don't know who you are yet. Is that it? No, I see you right over there. You're going on this list. Same for you. Same for you. And same for you. I do not know why you guys are on this list in the first place. You're only a mentioning. Sai doesn't even exist in Hero G series as far as I know. Madara's in mention as well. Wait, was Madara even mentioned? No! Kurenai, the sensei for our tracking ninja team. Master of Genjutsu. We don't get to really see much about it, like with Asuma and Guy, so she might just end up winning that, but we do know she's a Genjutsu specialist. I'm gonna put her in that at the moment, because honestly, I don't, because it's the same with Asuma. She really only gets to extend into her own character within Shippuden. I honestly can't remember much. Neji. Starting off as a minor antagonist, but going to become a great comrade. Starting off as resentment for the tuning exams because of what the main branch did to the side branch, which is what he's part of the side branch. Only to have his ways changed by Naruto. Look out for Hinata then, and really going all out, showing his genius, taking on the Spider Sound Ninja, really showing that you can extend upon even the most perfect jutsus like the Byakugan. I really like Neji, so I'm putting him like, I don't know, I'm gonna put him like S rank just because of how much he like helped Naruto out and how much I think a lot of people can relate to Neji as well. Orochimaru. Gotta admit, Orochimaru was creepy as hell. They definitely used his creepy factor up, really showing him up as like the puppet master of the original story, showing that he does whatever it takes to make his experiments work. He's definitely going up high, not S rank, because he gets more utilized, I think. No, he doesn't really. We're gonna put him low A for now, because again, I like Neji just a bit more than Orochimaru. He is a good villain, but not compared to like the sheer presence of Itachi when we first met him. So maybe we'll get someone a lot more further down. Jiraiya Sensei. Jiraiya, I want to say, like, is Orochimaru just done a bit better? Like, when he was first introduced, he had a huge fondness of Naruto already, so we definitely know there was, like, a purpose for that. Going on his way to not only help with the evasion of those giant snakes, going on his way to find the fifth Hokage, getting a deep bond with Naruto, even going on his way to help Naruto train. Even if I count the filler arc, he still got, like, a huge prominent role. Because one of the filler arcs I do like that Jiraiya did with Naruto was including with Sakura. This will be more prevalent with Sakura, so I'm not going to mention it now, but Jiraiya did play a great role in that, which made me a bit more respect him. Even if filler arc did not happen, and he went straight to training Naruto, I really do like that. I say like Jiraiya got a lot more love in Shippuden, but with the OG series at the moment, he's probably going to go a bit lower than Itachi, but higher than Neji. He loses points because his lust gets in the way quite a bit. I'm glad they tried to play for comedy, but I swear at the moment it's going to get dry very quickly. Sometime in the future, it will. Jiraiya will get hated upon for it. Lee came in booming and everyone liked him. Starting off with his fight against Sasuke, and even Naruto realizing that Lee is better than Sasuke just because of all the injuries underneath his bandages. Something that Sasuke didn't even notice as well. Then going one-to-one against Gaara, almost beating him until... Sand coffin! That happened. Then going out of the way for the treatment and then come back to... I want to say buy Gaara some time to get there, but even until then, Lee actually did well, introducing the Drunken Fish, which is hilarious. And then, I want to say like a filler, helped Naruto out with his taijutsu as well, which is pretty cool. You can definitely see that Naruto and Lee's friendship grew in the filler arc storylines. So I'm gonna say like he's below Orochimaru because he does get annoying really quick, but I do like when he fights. Definitely a great watch, especially amongst all these characters that could do all these amazing jutsus. Sakura, I know everyone wants me to put her in just because she's useless. But, remember when I said that the filler arc kind of changes that? This is the filler arc after the Sasuke retrieval I'm talking about. Sakura says that she's gonna actually put in some effort herself after seeing Naruto injured. But what the filler arc kind of does is, after she says that, it turns into like, She says it, but she doesn't know where to do because she starts like grieving in front of her, which like she wishes she'd done more. And then the filler arc goes to her and Naruto with Jiraiya going to get information. Yes, they learned the information that Jiraiya already gave Naruto when Jiraiya went to go and see Naruto in the hospital, but Sakura didn't know that. And what this filler kind of gets to do, but I think they didn't do that good job, was that Sakura now knows that Sasuke's alive. They know that Sasuke's alive, basically. They bought enough time for Sasuke not to be turned into a new host body. And it gives Sakura the resolve to go see Tsunade to learn magical ninjutsu. I feel like kind of gets me to see Sakura in a bit of a different light, that she actually went and got the resolve to, and she actually tried to do something herself rather than just sit on the sidelines. And we do get to see Sakura throughout the filler arc keep trying as well, keep going as well. Maybe that's why I don't see like Sakura deserving that much hate towards the people. She still does deserve the hate, don't get me wrong. But I guess the filler arcs tried to like flesh out her character a bit more, and that's why you should at least give filler arcs a try, at least some of them. I do hate that she pounds on Naruto for no reasons, just because she's a massive simp for Sasuke. So I'm gonna put her in C. It's not at the bottom, but at least it's not dead at the bottom. She's like mid. There's like better tsundere characters. Sasuke, dude got obsessed with revenge very quickly. I like that in the filler arcs that he at least tried to be friends with his classmates before going to seek revenge against Itachi. I do like that. And that the filler arcs add on to his frustration that Naruto is surpassing him as well. I do like that. We don't really get to know much about Sasuke since he just basically ran off and doesn't get to be fleshed out as much as the rest of the cast. From what we get about him, it's pretty obvious that he's got a very sad backstory, being forced to do revenge, and that fight scene with young Naruto as well, that was just amazing. It wasn't fleshed out as like everyone else, but I do like that. Well, what we learn about him is definitely very good. So I'm going to put him on A rank for now. We're going to put him alongside Naruto, just underneath Naruto, because it's not his story. I definitely know a lot of people want Sasuke to be higher up there, like Kakashi as well, be an S rank, but I'm not into bad boys. Shikamaru, genius. Having jutsus linked to the shadows. A genius, a leader of the team that went to try and retrieve Sasuke, and resolved to do better as well. I really like Shikamaru, and I do like what he becomes. As a child, yeah, I'd definitely say he goes up there in the A's. Between Neji and Jiraiya, I do like him. I do like what he's done so far, especially everything's like a drag to him. Understandable. But I can't help but like his character. Shino, I'll admit, yeah, Shino's like one of those main characters that just seem like a background character. But he's definitely showed to be someone you should remember. Using his insects as well, to a degree that no one expected as well. Against the Sound Ninja, against Kankuro as well. And I think one of the things that make me remember him a lot more is, again, during the filler arcs, he remembered about this beetle that can sniff out scents that even dogs can't even sniff anymore. So even like this piece of clothing that's been left alone for a very long time, since gone, this insect will remember. And he went out of his way to get this insect, lead the team to try and get it as well, which is pretty good. Not to mention as well, there was this like other short filler arc as well, something about laughter, and like he was a ninja that could not laugh as well, and that he got drugged to stop bellow out laughing. That was like a funny storyline, I gotta admit. That was very good. So I think he's definitely not A rank, but he definitely deserves to be B rank as well. Maybe low B as well, just because like the background is, he tends to be the character that people forget as well. But when he's there, he definitely makes a huge impression. Shizune, Tsunade's assistant. I definitely think, yeah, she's a fun character as well. Big assistant. I don't know why I struggled saying that. I remember, I think it was like during the storylines when they'll bring Tsunade back to the Hidden Lake Village, that she pretended to be Tsunade to save some debt and all that. She definitely goes out of her way to help Tsunade. She's a great assistant character. I do like her. she's definitely adept with magical ninjutsu as well. I do like the whole like needle thing that she does from like her arm. That's pretty cool. I don't think she's like a side character as well. We don't really get to see much of her. It's mainly like discussions, like filling in blanks that us the audience do not know when talking to Tsunade. Which I think because of that she's utilized pretty well. So I'm gonna put her I think like a high D because of that. We get to see a lot more of her in Shippuden, and I'm pumped with that. Damari, the female antagonist, alongside Gara and Kankuzo. She really put the smackdown on Tenten. The fight against Shikamaru was very interesting. Her return to save Shikamaru as well, that was very interesting. Just downright amazing. I wish it was utilized a lot more. Luckily, I got that wish in Shippuden. um, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to probably put her alongside her brother, but probably higher up. Yeah, we'll put her there, just underneath Sakura. All right, we got Master of Ichiraku. I can't not remember his name, but I'm gonna put him in D as well, just above the daughter. He's a prominent role, host of Ichiraku, but yeah. We got the second Hokage, much like his older brother, the first Hokage. We're gonna have to put him in there. He's got the presence, but I really don't want to rank him because, again, we get to learn about him a lot more in Shippuden. Tsunade, the fifth Hokage. I sort of like her. The fifth Hokage arc storyline, it definitely set her on the pedestal alongside Jiraiya and Orochimaru. She did well as the fifth Hokage, restoring Lee, boosting the magical ninjutsu as well. Even the filler arc storylines, I really did like. Showing off her leadership role in the filler arcs as well, really coming into her own. So I think it's only fair that we put her in the same ranks as Jiraiya and Orochimaru. Probably a little bit higher than those two, since she has much more of a prominent role than those two, which is shocking. Just underneath Itachi, but higher than Jiraiya. The Nine-Tail Fox. They really utilized him very well. Minor, but very well. Considering he's been inside Naruto's body, supplying the chakra. We don't really get to see him as much, but we get to see him like a shadowy figure. Really menacing. And the only time I think that we get to like really see him in like person is like really with flashbacks, or that time that Naruto did the transformation jutsu to turn into him during the battle against Gaara. But we don't really get to see much of Nine-Tails. We only get to see him as like a figure, very, very shocking figure. You definitely know stuff's going to happen when his voice is heard or his chakra is on the screen. I really want to put him into like Narcissus. We don't really get to learn much about the Nine-Tails in the series. But just like with like Itachi, we don't really get to know much, but he's got such a presence. So I'm gonna put him in low B, just a low, not low B, low A. I mean, the presence is there. Everyone knows it, but I definitely think like they've utilized him a lot more in Shippuden. Yeah, you're in. They don't appear. So what? How many people now are in this row? 11 people been put into this, and they don't appear in the original series. Mainly, why? My brain. Konohamaru, the annoying little brat. I'm barely remembering this guy when he was a child. Like, first few episodes, I remember he got friends. They want to be a ninja like Naruto, he would get like his goggles and all that. Claiming himself as Naruto's rival. And, he just doesn't really do much, does he? We only, like, really get to see him, like, a lot more prominent in Shippuden. I think the other times we get to see him is in filler arcs, when, Naruto and the gang are, like, assistant teachers, I want to say. I honestly can't remember this dude for the life of me. I want to put him, like, D. So, again, he's a lot more in Shippuden, but for now, it's just, nah, no. Hinata's father! Again, a character we only got to see, like, I think it was during the Chunin exams when Naruto was facing off against Neji. That's, like, the only time I think we see him, and of course, like, the aftermath as well, where he goes, like, towards Neji and Resolve. We don't really get to learn much about him in the storyline, so I think we can, like, that. I'm gonna put you in Na as well, because, again, we don't really know much. Haku, the trap of the first arc. The living weapon of Zabazar. Even throwing his life away to save Zabazar. Keke Genkai of the Ice was definitely a huge presence. I'm gonna put him in D. In B, I mean. I'm mixing up my alphabets. Hi B. Hi B. Zabazar, huge presence. This is the character that defined what it was to be an enemy of Naruto. Help Naruto learn his ninja ways. Show that even if it's a bad guy, you can like him. And had some morals as well. Went toe to toe with Kakashi. We're gonna put him in high A, above the Nine Tails. And finally, Shokaku. Later on becomes known as the One Tail. Literally the only tail beast that we got to learn the name of before all the others, because we knew him as Shikaku way before we learned that he was the One Tails, which is kind of interesting. He definitely had a huge commanding presence, but mainly linking to Gaara. I don't know, we're gonna put him like a low C, just because the presence of the storyline alone. Here we have it, guys. This is my OG Naruto series character tier list, with a few extras down there that I'm going to cover in the Shippuden storyline. I don't know why. I'm going to stop questioning it. You guys know it kind of hurts. Maybe these characters all appeared in the OG series, but hell if I remember. If they were just like shadow figures or in mention, it still doesn't give me the excuse to tier them. I think I did a pretty good job tiering in release. Yes, I gotta admit, there's a bit of bias with Hinata, but that just shows that Hinata's an amazing character. I think I did well. I talked about my favourite points. I talked about my least favourite points when it came to these characters. It does make me want to rank the Shippuden ages as well. I'm definitely gonna do that. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. So we're gonna leave it there, guys. What do you think about my list? Would you put these characters in any different order? What's your favourite OG Naruto character? So with all that said, like, comment, subscribe. So until next time, this is me signing out. Bye bye.